So brush your teeth and floss with me. There's so much to learn and see. So come along and smile with me. It's the Kimmy Tutor Show.
That's me. Hi, it's Kimmy the Tooth Tutor, and I'm here today with Elvis. Hello. And we have a book for you called Cassandra Gets Her Smile Back. It's by Sherri Alpert, who is a dentist, and illustrated by T.S. Soroya. We also have a fun craft. So let's get started. Cassandra gets her smile back. There once was a girl named Cassandra. Cassandra liked to do many things. She liked to go to school, she liked to ride her bike, and she liked to color pictures. Do you guys like to do that? Cassandra especially liked to smile. She smiled all the time, everywhere she went. She smiled at children, she smiled at grown-ups, and she smiled at little babies. She smiled at animals like dogs and cats. They're very cute. And sheep and pigs. Cassandra even smiled at worms. She liked to eat sweet things. She loved lollipops, jelly beans, bubblegum, chocolate bars. Cassandra liked to visit the candy store every day. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad we don't have a candy store in town. When Cassandra's mother told Cassandra to brush her teeth, she did not always listen. She was too busy playing with her friends and nibbling on sweets. Where do you think this is headed? One day when Cassandra looked in the mirror, there were 5 yucky brown spots on her pretty front teeth. Now Cassandra wanted to brush her teeth. She scrubbed and scrubbed with her toothbrush, but the brown spots would not go away. Cassandra even asked her mother to help her brush. However, Cassandra's mom could not help make Cassandra's teeth look bright again. Cassandra did not want to smile anymore. She did not want to open her mouth because then somebody might see the brown spots on her teeth. She did not smile at children. She did not smile at grown-ups. She did not smile at animals. She especially did not smile at those cute little worms. I don't know if I've ever smiled at a worm. Have you? Cassandra and her mother went to the dentist's office. She played in the waiting room with lots of other children and their parents. Then it was Cassandra's turn to see the dentist. Cassandra was worried because she had never met a dentist before and wondered what they would do to her teeth. The dentist's assistant, Terry, came out to the waiting room to bring Cassandra and her mother to the operatory. That's a room where the dentist fixes teeth. And it's also a place where hygienists clean your teeth. Cassandra felt a little afraid. However, when Cassandra got to the room, she saw a smiling woman sitting on a small chair next to a big chair. The woman waved, "Hello, my name is Dr. White. I am going to be your dentist." Cassandra breathed a sigh of relief. Dr. White did not seem scary at all. Dr. White asked Cassandra to open her mouth so the dentist could peek inside with a mirror. "Cassandra, I think you may have cavities," Dr. White said. Dr. White explained that the cavity is a grown-up word for the brown stuff on her teeth. Cavities are bad for teeth. Your teeth get them when you eat too much sugar and do not brush your teeth often enough. See? It's a tooth being scared of sugar. That's what those pictures are. "I'm going to show you everything that I am going to do to clean and fix your teeth," Dr. White said, holding up a toy horse. Dr. White even let Cassandra hold the horse and count its teeth. So that's kind of like what Robin did when Elvis went to the dentist, right? She explained everything to us. It was very helpful. Then Dr. White introduced Mr. Whistle. Mr. Whistle is a silver water pick, and he squirts cold water on teeth to help clean out cavities. Next, so that's this one. Next, Dr. White introduced Mr. Bumpy. Mr. Bumpy is also silver, and he has a round nose. He is a drill and a very loud voice. Finally, Dr. White introduced Mr. Thirsty. Mr. Thirsty is white, and he acts like a backward straw. He sucks the water out of your mouth instead of putting drinks in your mouth. Before Dr. White could fix Cassandra's teeth, she had to count them. Cassandra had 20 teeth, just like you probably, And then Dr. White took the pictures of Cassandra's teeth with a big camera. It's called an x-ray machine, said Dr. White. A few minutes later, she showed Cassandra her cavities on the x-rays. See, they're little dark spots, and that is actually how cavities show up on x-rays. Then it's time to fix Cassandra's teeth. Dr. White told Cassandra, hold up your hand if you need to rest, and I will stop. Dr. White held Mr. Whistle. Terry held Mr. Thirsty, and Cassandra's mom held her hand. Dr. White put Mr. Whistle into Cassandra's mouth only for like 3 seconds at a time. She counted out loud, 1, 2, 3. Next, Dr. White put Mr. Bumpy into Cassandra's mouth. Her mouth shook, and she thought it sounded like a race car when Dr. White used Mr. Bumpy. Mr. Bumpy took all of the brown stuff off of Cassandra's teeth, leaving tiny holes. After this, Terry used Mr. Thirsty to suck all of the yucky brown stuff out of Cassandra's mouth. Then Terry handed some white tooth makeup to Dr. White. She put the tooth makeup into the holes in Cassandra's teeth until her teeth looked nice and clean. Finally, Dr. White shined a pretty blue light on the tooth makeup to make it change from soft to hard. Those are called composite fillings, if you want a fancy word. When Cassandra looked in the mirror, she could hardly believe her eyes. Her pretty smile was back. Dr. White said to keep your beautiful smile, you must brush your teeth how many times a day? 2 times a day. And brush after you eat candy. Cassandra decided, I am going to do just what you told me, Dr. White. I will brush my teeth after eating meals and after I eat sweets so they will stay bright and not get any more brown spots. The dentist kindly patted Cassandra on her hand. Her mom was very proud. Cassandra was so happy that she smiled at Dr. White and she smiled at Terry. Then Cassandra smiled at her mom. As they were leaving, she smiled at all the other people in the dental office so they would know how good she felt to have her smile back. Then Cassandra smiled at every creature she saw on her way home, especially worms. So that is our book. And we have a special craft today. So, once again, I am not the most amazing artist ever. You will need glue, and you will need a grown-up's help with this a little bit. So, I folded a piece of paper in half, and I drew that shape, and then I cut it out. So it looks kind of like a mouth. See? We're going to pretend these are teeth. So if you have an egg carton that is styrofoam, it is much easier to cut than this kind. But if you have this kind, which is the only kind I had, you can get a grown-up to help you cut it. So we are making this into a mouth in case you haven't figured that out. So you need paper, a pencil, scissors, and then an egg carton. And this will be more important in the coming weeks. So this past month, Head Start especially has been focusing on going to the dentist. And next month we're doing brushing and flossing, so we can use this next month too. So I don't know if this is going to stick right away, but we can glue all the little teeth on here. Yeah, this isn't going to work super well right now because I want to just show you some of the assembly of it, and this part is stuck. So, oops, and I got glue on Toothless's toothbrush. That's not good. So we can use this to help brush teeth, and we can floss the teeth, and we can just make a silly mouth. I would love it if you would subscribe below or ask me any questions you have about going to the dentist or brushing your teeth. Remember, please, we want you to remember to brush at least 2 times a day, and especially if you have sugary treats. I hope that you are well and that you have an awesome week. Take care. Bye. Bye.